Okay, so there was that one time that I lost $5,000 trying to make money on a penny stock. That doesn't mean I'm a horrible stock picker. Ain't gonna lie though, that still hurts. That was 5 G's. But I have gone on to make some decent picks and make some money in the market. So much in fact that I'm gonna share what are my top 5 stock picks of all time. And these stock picks have made me, are you ready? Over $275,000. Take that, $5,000 penny stock. So we're gonna find out what these stock picks are and more right now. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel, Wealth Hacker Lab, the channel dedicated to teaching you new ways to grow wealth that is not taught to you in schools or by your parents. I am your gracious host, Jeff Rosen. We're talking about stock picking. Now, I will say that, yes, I was a financial planner for 16 years. Yes, I've been involved in investments, for most of my life, but picking stocks, buying stocks has not really been a big thing, a big way that I've built my wealth. A lot of that has been growing my different businesses, my online business, my brick and mortar business, but still buying stocks, investing in the stock market is still a crucial part of my portfolio and my wealth building journey. Let's go ahead and get to my top 5 picks. These picks are not in any particular order except for number 5, and I'm saving that one for the last because that one has made me the most, over $139,000. That is 139,000. And also, if you stay around to the end, that helps out with that YouTube algorithm. You know what also helps? If you smash that like button. Okay, stock pick number 1 is Under Armour. Now, I will say I'm not a huge Under Armour fan right now. Wear a lot of Nike, a lot of Adidas. I'm sure you've seen all my Jordans that I talk about. My boys wear Under Armour. My middle son, is a huge Steph Curry fan. For me, Under Armour became very relevant in my life back in the 2005 timeframe. This is whenever I was deployed to Iraq. Prior to that deployment, I didn't wear any Under Armour. I thought it was like overpriced, like compression shirts. They were like, what, 30 bucks, $40 for a shirt. I just didn't really understand the point, or just what was the point? Spend that amount of money on a shirt. But then whenever you go overseas and you're in Iraq and temperatures get up to that 120, 130, sometimes 140 degrees and you're sweating your butt off because it's hot, you're wearing all your gear, your military gear. Let me just say, I was a walking Under Armour spokesmodel overseas. And not just me, there were several soldiers that's what we wore. I mean, I had the Under Armour shirt, I had the underwear, I had the skull cap. I mean, I had it all because it was keeping me cool. Now, prior to my deployment, Under Armour wasn't a publicly traded company. I think it came out about the middle of my deployment and it released at about $13 a share. If you got in on the IPO, which I didn't, by the time I got it in the secondary market, I think I picked it up for around $24, $25 a share. Now, I could have just bought and hold it, but what I ended up doing was trading it. Not like super active trading, but I purchased it all in my Roth IRA. And I remember over the course of the next year and a half or so, I think I bought and sold it 3 or 4 different times. Now, I don't own it at the time it's recording, but I estimate that I made over about $20,000 from buying and selling Under Armour stock. And the beauty of all those transactions was it was inside my Roth IRA, so I still haven't paid any tax on any of that gain by buying and selling Under Armour stock. Moving on to stock pick number 2. Number 2 is Facebook, and while we're talking about Facebook, I mean, you might as well get the video a like if you haven't done it yet. I like you too, Mark Zuckerberg. You're my man. Facebook stock has been a fun ride for me. Now, I will have to admit, whenever Facebook initially IPO'd, I wasn't falling for it. I didn't want it. I didn't think it was worth the money. And I just told myself, I'm not going to do it. And I remember the day that it IPO'd, I mean, it went crazy. I had clients who had never bought a stock in their life calling me up wanting to buy Facebook stock. I mean, I don't even think these people even had Facebook accounts at the time, but I mean, the media was just, they wouldn't shut up about it. And I almost pulled the trigger. I almost bought the stock and then I didn't. So then the stock came up, it went up, and then it started trending downward to where I finally picked it up. I think the first shares I bought was at $24 a share. And the best part about those shares is that those were purchased, guess what, in my Roth IRA. So we have another tax-free transaction. At the time of this recording, I have Facebook stock in 4 different accounts. I have it in my Roth IRA, my wife's Roth IRA. We have a joint account. I also have it in my 401k retirement account. Now, it's also the largest holding that I have. I have over, I think, 950 shares of Facebook stock. Now, I will say 500 of those 950 shares, I didn't get those for $24 a share. Those were purchased, I think, around $180 a share. So on that block, I've only made about 15,000. But overall, between all 4 different accounts, all my Facebook stock, I'm up over $100,000. And roughly about, I want to say 65 of that is tax-free. So, you know, sorry about that, IRS, but I'm gonna keep this tax for me because I like me some tax-free money. All right, the third best stock pick that I made, and I mean, there's so many reasons why this is one of my top 5 stock picks. Now, I've only made $16,000 on this pick, but I think you'll see why. So LuluLemon, that is number 3. And why LuluLemon? Well, for one, they have these yoga pants, and I don't know if you've ever seen, if you have like a significant other, like my wife, she really likes the yoga pants, and they are very flattering to her figure. So I am, any way I can support LuluLemon and also support my wife with these yoga pants. I mean, a man's got to do what a man has to do. So yeah, there's a few different reasons, but I will say LuluLemon, I also own a lot of LuluLemon clothing. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, this is nice. This is nice. This is Lulu. This is Lulu. Okay, okay. Right now.
Oh, hey, excuse me. What? Are you kidding me right now? What's the problem? You just said we have to focus, and you're already bird dogging ass?
I mean, the amount that I made with the stock, I mean, that's been good, but really the return has been, you know, with my wife. I mean, she makes Lulu, so give her some credit. Or Lulu, you should give her credit. All right, stock pick number 4 is one that I actually didn't make any money on. In fact, I think I actually lost money. So you're probably wondering, so why is that in the top 5? Well, the reason is because it was the very first stock that I purchased. This stock was Lucent Technologies. And I think now they've been absorbed by Alcatel. I don't even know, and I probably should have done some research before I hit record on this camera, but I bought Lucent with the belief that I was buying a stock that was severely devalued, because this is right after 2011, whenever 9/11 happened and the stock market crashed. So this was a stock that was trading anywhere between $40, $50, $60, I think even around the $80 time frame. And I bought it for anywhere between $4 to $5. So it was another penny stock that I didn't make money on. Maybe I need to add that to the list too. But what it did do was that it gave me that entry level initiation to the stock market. And I've talked in the past about, you know, investing into mutual funds and the first mutual fund that I invested into, but this was different because I truly felt like, man, I'm going to get this stock for $2, $3, $4 a share, and it's going to go to, you know, 10 to 15, even if it goes back to, you know, 25% of its high, like I'm going to make money. And I see a lot of people making those same mistakes, that you are buying something based on what it used to be. Well, you know, just because Kmart was a good stock back in the day doesn't mean it's going to come back around. You know, just because Best Buy was one of the top video retailers of all time doesn't mean that they're going to come back around. And the same thing happened with Lucent. So with that, I'm pretty sure I lost all my money in that. But once again, it gave me that initiation, that experience that I needed to go on and make these other picks that have made me a lot of money. Stock pick number 5 is Visa. And Visa by far has made me the most amount of money. At the time of this recording, I'm up over $139,000. And I didn't even get in on the IPO. I've actually never bought an IPO. I'm sorry, there was one IPO and that one didn't make me any money. That's a whole other video. So with Visa, I didn't get on the IPO. I think it IPO'd at around $44. By the time I got in, it was about $66 per share. And the reason, I mean, whenever that came out, like I was just dead set. Like that was a stock that I knew I needed to have. I forgot how much time before that, but MasterCard had their IPO, I'm gonna say like a year or two before Visa, and MasterCard crushed it. And I mean, the logic here is that, okay, MasterCard had an awesome IPO. Visa's not going anywhere because all y'all using credit cards when you shouldn't be, or you're hacking your wealth and using credit cards to get your reward points. That's what I'm talking about. So I just knew that Visa was one that, yeah, I mean, it's gonna make me some money. So at the time, I think I put in, it was about $11,000. I bought, I think it was 200 shares, and Visa has had two different stock splits, a 4-for-1, and I think maybe even like a 10-for-1. I mean, it's just crazy how well it's done. And you know, I could have sold it, could have locked in some profits, but the market continues to perform, so it's just been crazy. And if you check my wallet right now, I ain't got no MasterCard, I ain't got no American Express, but what I do have is 3 Visas. Give me some reward points, what I'm talking about. So yes, so Visa has made me a good amount of money, and I'm very, very, very well pleased. All right, were you surprised to learn what my top 5 stock picks are? If so, let me know in the comments below, or just let me know which pick were you most impressed with. Was it Visa? Was it Facebook? Was it Lucent? Also, y'all, if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to check it out because I've got the Grow Your Dough Throwdown going on right now. This thing has been going on for a year, investing $1,000 into several different investment accounts, but this year we're taking it to a whole new level. We're going to do $100,000 into a trading account. I'm going to show you the exact stock picks that I make so that you can see behind the scenes the picks that I make, how much I make or lose, but you're only going to know if you subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right, y'all, be sure to do that. And until next time, this is Jeff Rose reminding you that it's your money, it's your life, and only you can make it awesome. Until next time.